What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a very special review video on Fortnite Battle Royale. So this is the first time I've ever made a review video on the channel. I'm going to start doing these every time we finish a series. Going to give a little bit of thoughts on what I liked about the game, what I didn't like about it, what I think was good, what I thought wasn't good. So recently we just finished Fortnite Battle Royale on the channel. We finished it this past week, got to the max level here as you can see, got to the max battle pass, complete all the challenges, all that good stuff. We've sunk countless hours into this game over the course of Season 7. And we played some of the former seasons too. We played Season 5, Season 4, a little bit of Season 3. So I've had a pretty well-rounded experience with this game, I would say. So first off about the game, the first thing I'll say about it is it's, as everybody knows, it's pretty much the most popular game out there right now. Everybody likes to play it across all demographics. People who are like young gamers, like kids, people who are just kind of, they're casual gamers like this. Even some more of like the hardcore gamers kind of, switched over to playing this game. So it has a very diverse fan base. And when you're playing with other people, it will reflect that. Sometimes, for example, if you queue up for duos or squads and you get in there with random people, you might get in there with young kids, you might get in there with, people in their 30s or 40s or 20s or whatever. And for the most part, the community interactions in this game are fairly fine, right? You get in there and sometimes there'll be the guy with the laptop microphone. It's like, it's disgusting, right? And he's like, doing his own thing. He's messing up the team. But then you get in there with some cool guys you can be friends with, and then you can, kind of play serious with, add them as friends, play with them squads. It's a game that's very easy to make friends in. So that's a plus for this, just because it's got a very diverse community. The community interaction, I'd say it's about average compared to what it is in most games. This isn't what I would call a toxic game at all. I would say it does not have a very toxic community. People are generally pretty nice and respectable. They don't insult one another. Other than getting in there with very young, whiny kids, I've never had very many problems with this game. People find out I'm a streamer, and if they're younger and they're like a whiny kid, yeah, then they have a little fit if I don't do exactly what they want me to. But otherwise, for the most part, it's fine. Graphically, this game is actually very nice to look at. I love the cartoonish sort of graphic style. It's very nice, and the nice thing about it is it'll run on just about anything because you have the low settings, which make it look, fairly lower end. Well, after it applies, there we go. So, it's kind of blocky, it's kind of textured, doesn't look all that great, but it'll run on even lower end computers, If it's not something from like 15 years ago, it'll probably run Fortnite. And then on the other hand, if you have a higher end computer, then it will run all the way up to Epic and do very well. And it's very, very pretty to look at. My computer, I can usually run it on high, but when I'm streaming, I usually do it at medium, just, to keep everything running smoothly. So let's talk about the core gameplay experience. So here's the thing. With most Battle Royale games, the core gameplay loop is very, very similar with each game. Now, you drop into a map, you go around, you collect stuff, you scavenge for materials, for weapons and medical supplies, you shoot others, try and be the last man standing, right? And there's some variations on that too. There's some variation game modes. For example, one that I really enjoyed was Team Rumble. That's where you're two teams of 20 people, you drop in, you kill one another, and you respawn, and whichever team gets to 100 kills first wins. That's a fun game mode, right? And here's the thing. This game, I don't know if it's just Battle Royale in general, or if it's just this game particularly, because I've never played another Battle Royale game. But for Fortnite Battle Royale, I honestly found the core gameplay loop to be a little monotonous. You would drop in, you would, run, and you would kill people and gather stuff up, and then, you would try to win it. And, the first few times around, it's fun. You can get into it. You're getting better, you're getting kind of used to it, you're learning the map. But if you do it over and over and over again, it gets really tiresome. You just get kind of sick of it. You're like, well, why am I still doing this? It doesn't feel like a very rewarding experience. Now, the first time you win, you're all like, oh yeah, let's go, baby. I got that win. Let's get it going. And that was how it was for me too, right? And even for the first 2 or 3 wins I got. But past that, it was kind of like, oh yeah, I won. Cool. I think I've won this game maybe a dozen times. And the first 3 or 4, it was fun. But after that, not really so much. And one thing that this game does have unique to it that none of the other Battle Royale game modes are, and the thing it's infamous for, is the building, right? You build with the mats you collect, and people get into these crazy build battles, and then they put in like these guns that can take down the buildings, or these items you can throw or whatever, like explosives. So they're constantly changing stuff up. Another thing I do like about this game is the company behind it, Epic Games. It's constantly updating stuff, constantly adding new things, putting in new guns, taking old guns out, changing up the meta constantly to keep people on their toes. Now, I like that aspect of this game. However, the problem with that is it's very hard to remain consistently good with it. You really have to just sort of stay on top of the game. Because once you get used to the way something works and then it changes up on you, you might have to change up your playstyle a little bit. So the nice part about that is it encourages you to start doing things a little differently, and it's enough to keep you interested. The problem is, if you're not fully dedicating yourself to this game, it's gonna be really hard for you to stay on top. That's the second thing. The third thing with this game is the leveling system. Now, with each season, they have what you call a season level and a battle pass. The battle pass is like your typical season pass, and it gives you rewards, right? Once you level it up by doing challenges and by just leveling up your season level in general, you'll be given battle stars. And that's used to unlock these tiers, right? And then you get different rewards, mostly cosmetic, right? You'll get, a snowman spray or a loading screen or, skins like this, right? And that's cool, but the thing with that, and that's definitely, that much I enjoy, right? I enjoy getting to unlock these things, seeing those rewards, you can keep them in your lock, you can change them out, you got cool stuff, show off to your friends. That much and all is good. However, here's the problem with that. With this battle pass that you have, you unlock XP boosts, right? And that's what boosts your earnings rate to determine your season level. Now, there is two versions of this. There's the free pass, which doesn't earn you as much, so you only earn stuff every few levels, compared to earning something every level or tier or whatever for this. Okay, so the free pass, anybody can have that, because the game's free to play. But the battle pass costs $10 in in-game currency. Now, you can earn the currency back by playing the game if you max the pass out, which is great, because it encourages people to play more. But you still have to put in that initial $10. And the problem with that is it dramatically increases your XP earning rate for your level. So if you seriously want to level up in this game, you're going to need the battle pass. It's just no choice, no option, right? So here's the thing. So I like that this game is challenging with the levels, right? Like, here's the thing. It takes a little bit more XP for each level to level up, right? You might be 200 XP for the first level, and then, 500, and then 1,000, in increments, right? And, that's great, but once it gets to some of those higher levels, like, 80, 90 plus, you have to start earning tens of thousands of experience points just to level up. You have to earn 20 to 40,000. And I would be perfectly fine with that, except this level is temporary. They reset this level every season. You only have a certain amount of time to max out your level and max out your pass before they reset it in the new season. And, it's fine if they just did that with the pass, because the pass is like these, it's kind of limited time rewards. If they were keeping the whole limited time thing to just this pass for a season, I'd be okay with that. But there is no permanent leveling system in this game. The season level isn't permanent. The pass, your rewards you can keep permanently, but, it's limited time to get them. So nothing is permanent in this game. I've maxed out everything in Season 7, but the moment Season 8 comes, which is in like 2 weeks, I'm back to square one. I'm at level 1. I'm, we got a new pass and stuff, all these new challenges. It's like stuff from Season 7 didn't even exist. Yeah, I still got the cosmetics and stuff, but that's it, right? So that's what I don't like about this. I don't like that there's no permanent leveling system in place. When I get to a maxed out level, I want to stay at that level. I don't want to have it yanked out from under me like a doormat once the next season rolls around. So that's one of the things I really just don't like about this game, is there's no real permanent leveling structure. If they made this battle pass a temporary thing for each season, and then made the level permanent, right, across all seasons, like, once you get to level 100 or 200 or whatever they made it, you're done. And, the level's maxed out, so keep working on the pass, the challenges, keep playing if you want to, but, make the level part permanent. So I don't care for that. I do not care for that at all. So they've got a lot of different choices of guns. They've got shotguns, they've got SMGs, they've got assault rifles, they've got different variations on those. And they all work a little bit differently, right? And they're constantly changing up stuff. Sometimes they'll buff one thing or they'll nerf another. They have little add-on weapons. They'll have like grenades, or they'll have like these speaker boxes, which knock down buildings because of the sound waves. I think that's really cool. And then they'll have balloons, which you float up in the air and all that cool stuff. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. I do love the monetization policy of this game because everything is cosmetic. There's no loot boxes. You just buy the in-game currency with real money. You pay for these cosmetics in the item shop with that. You buy the battle pass and then it unlocks you cosmetics. Honestly, the battle pass is the only thing that really has much value for me personally because I'm not into cosmetics. I don't really care that much. They're cool, but I wouldn't spend money on them myself personally. But if I was interested in that, I would still get the battle pass because that's what really just gives you the most bang for your buck. Because here in the item shop, you're paying like, 1,000 of these is worth $10. So it's like each V-Buck is worth a penny, right? Here's $15 for a robot skin, right? Like, some of you would be like, oh yeah, that's cool, I'm gonna buy that. If you like that, more power to you. But I would never spend that on this because, it's cool for a while, but then something else comes out and, you never really wear it again. You're wanting to get the newest thing. And people are like, oh yeah, that. Dang, that's old. Why are you still wearing that? It's kind of like something that wears out over time. So the challenges are probably the thing I like most about this game. They give you a new set of challenges every week. See, like pick up an item of each rarity, dance in different forbidden locations, just all this stuff. You have to go around the map, you have to do this stuff, right? And it gives you rewards, it gives you experience points buffs, it gives you more stars for your battle pass. That's probably the best thing about this game is the challenges, because it keeps the gameplay interesting, because it gives you these little side things to go do, while you're still working on doing the whole, last man standing sort of a deal. And yeah, and on top of that, they add like these events to the game, where there'll be like a concert and everyone can attend it in real time. Or a meteor will hit the city and you can see stuff like blow up and things. So that's really cool and it all happens in real time. So like everybody is all there in a game watching it at once all over the world. So that's another cool thing. The thing is, the company that makes this, Epic Games, they really put a lot of love and a lot of support into this game, which is awesome. And it really does show. So they also give you daily challenges to do, which are just like smaller things for smaller rewards. You can get more experience points, more stars. I myself personally burned through the challenges pretty quickly and wished there was more of them instead of just having like a group of 7 every week. So you would have like 1 a day, right? And then you have 1 daily challenge. It's basically 2 challenges a day. And for your casual player who plays it maybe an hour or 2 every day, that might be enough. But I don't know, for people who are more serious about this game, I think they should give them something a little bit extra. So yeah, my final verdict on the game is, this is a great game to play with friends. It can be a lot of fun. I think the most fun I had with it was playing with other people. You can go and just kind of goof off. You can go and try and like get in these little skirmishes, build battles, whatever. And it's fun to play casually. To seriously grind it out, it's not that fun. Playing solo, it gets monotonous easily. The levels take a long time to level up, and it wouldn't be that big of a deal if you could just do it at your own pace instead of being, oh, I have to get to this max level before it resets at the end of the season, which is, granted, it's 2 months, but still, you really have to grind out. I was grinding out this game so much over Christmas break for about a month on end to try and get to level 100, and it actually ended up taking me about a month and a half, but just constant, every day kind of gameplay, right? So that's basically part of it. So grinding it out and just being a serious player with it, wouldn't really recommend, but it's kind of a casual game to play with your friends, which I really think is its target demographic anyway. Fortnite Battle Royale can be pretty fun. But if you're gonna like choose the game and say, hey, this is the game I wanna play, my main game forever, there's better choices out there for you. There's definitely a lot. So yeah, that's my total verdict on it, guys. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comments. I'll respond back to some of you guys. Thank you all again for watching this. Till next time, this has been my thoughts on Fortnite Battle Royale, a rise to the top review. I'm your host, Kescarte DeJudica, and until next time, I will see you all at the top. Echoes aside from my soul.